Hey everyone! In this video, we explore the world through Meta's Quest 3 VR headset using the Brink Traveler app. This app is all about breathtaking views, stunning landscapes, and relaxing escapism. But is it something you should get? I remember watching a comedy skit with Kevin James using VR to teleport himself from his living room to a beach, eating marshmallows by the campfire. Granted, the skit was as depressing as it was hilarious, but I always wondered what that would be like. Fast forward 4 years, and now I can actually find out if there is anything similar out there. After searching the Meta app, I was pleasantly surprised to find a few good options. I picked Brink Traveler after watching a video review on it and then seeing all the positive feedback it had. Let's get this installed. So here's how it looks. Pretty incredible. On first impressions, I was amazed by the detail and sounds of nature. I jumped into the Greek island map straight to a beach. The views are awesome, and I was really impressed by the moving waves and birds flying. It really adds to the realism and feel of the environment. You can actually hear a sound when you hit on the ship. This is great. Although I think it's a little offbeat. You can walk around the room either with your joypad on the controller or by walking yourself if you have enough room. But you're limited to a selected area, and you'll see the lines when you reach the edge. Why not just go on those 360-degree videos the YouTube app has? While those are awesome too, my internet seems to be too slow, and the video footage was too pixelated trying to load them. The good thing about YouTube's 360-degree library is the amount of choices they have. Definitely worth a try if you haven't seen them already. But yet those are only videos, so they miss out on the interaction side. Brink Traveler puts you in the environment, which is something I wanted to try. You can walk around your room, making it feel much more true to life. I had limited space, so I just used the joystick to move around. Still, this felt a little disorientating, so keep that in mind if you feel dizzy easily. There's also this AI assistant too, where you can ask it questions about the different places, and it will give you an overview. You can switch from daytime to night mode by using this watch. And you can get from place to place with a compass in your right hand. I had no idea how to use the compass at first. I didn't realize you had to turn your hand to get it to show. Let's check out some other places. One of my favorites has to be Cappadocia. I was amazed by the detail, especially of the cave. I think the app really needs more maps like this. You can walk around the cave and it feels more real, especially with the haptic feedback when you touch the stone.
Very cool.
Let's try it in night mode too. Wow, the hot air balloons are a nice touch to this map. They bring it to life. I was just thinking that more maps should have more movement in the environment. Let's go back to day mode. Yeah, this looks really cool. This might be the best map I've seen on here. Let's download some new maps and see how they are. You can download them in the background and continue running the app. I wonder if the newer ones have more interactivity. Wow, you can actually pick up the rocks in this one and throw them about. Simple things like this really add to this game. It's what makes it different from the usual 360-degree videos you might see on YouTube. The fact that you can pick up a rock and throw it over the cliff is so cool. I do hope they can add more features like this though, because it's the only real interactivity I've seen from the map so far. And I'd like to see the objects impact the environment more. It would be really cool if you could throw stones in the ocean and see the splash effect, for example. I think that's what's missing here. Although it's amazing to see, and some maps are more detailed than others, I think it needs to make more objects touchable to make it more engaging. Maybe even something like having a campfire on a beach and poking it with a stick, causing a reaction to the fire, could be super cool. Gee, I wonder where I got that idea from. The maps I downloaded are now complete. Let's check them out. The mountain peak is super cool. You can walk along the top of the mountain and it does feel really engaging, even though the walking area isn't so big. The snow is something different and I really like it, especially with the added wind effects. Looks very cold. The new French map I downloaded is cool too, and the butterflies look super nice flying around, but it's definitely not the best map I've seen so far.
To snorkeling in the crystal clear waters. The warm hospitality of the locals adds to the charm of this tropical gem.
Makers of the app say that they're constantly working on adding new maps to the game. I do hope that they can make them even more interactive, but the detail on these maps are really great. Little features like movements of clouds, waves, and birds all make it feel much more engaging. I think adding more features that show interaction with the environment would make this game even better. Maybe even more mini-games within the maps. Granted, I know that would be more demanding and probably might need a new game making altogether for something like that. But maybe small steps in that direction would really improve this. And this isn't the only travel game in the app library. Wander is another travel game that allows you to check out 360-degree views from Google Street View. Although it's not moving imagery, it's still awesome because you can literally navigate Google Maps in a nicely integrated VR experience. Let me know if you'd like to see a video on this one. There's also games you can get that allow more interactivity with environments through playing the games themselves. While they won't look as real, those games focus more on the interaction itself. But I think Brink Traveler is one of those apps that you show to your family and friends to give them a feel of what VR can be like. I'd definitely say it's worth trying if you've not seen it before. The standard Meta VR headset doesn't complete the VR experience without some added accessories that you won't know until you've tried. I use the Bobo VR head strap for added comfort and these super simple and cheap controller grips that make the experience so much better, especially with sport games. Check out my links below to see what I use. Or watch this video to see some of the best Meta Quest 3 accessories.